Good afternoon. Liga National Final España. The big final. Good afternoon. Liga National Final España. The big final. Sporting Falsa versus Paquiquer. Now let's the task time.
Just before that, I've got a little gift for you guys.
Yeah.
That's just a thank you for the weekend. Welcome to our ground.
Now there's the task time.
Tails.
Tails. Tails, you won the toss, sir.
We'll have a bowl, please.
Sporting Falsa, the task to one and electric to ball first. Thank you.
Hello viewers and welcome. It's time for the final. You can see that the umpires have made their way out into the middle, and you saw there at the news from the coin toss that Sporting Alfas winning the toss and putting Pakakere into bat. It's an interesting one for me. I think Sporting Alfas probably would have always wanted to field first. I just get the feeling that Pakakere probably would have wanted to bat first. That's something that they did yesterday. And although this morning they did change it around a little bit, it didn't go to plan, did it? So I think both teams probably happy with the way that the toss has gone. And the question, of course, that everybody is asking is Pakakere going to find their rhythm in this match, especially with the bat? We know that with the ball, they've been very good, and they've put some very good performances in, as have Sporting Alfas, but the batting hasn't clicked a lot. Also, to be asked about these two. Both have got injuries. Sikander Ali has been unwell. We know, you heard Corey say a bit earlier when he was with me in comms that he had to go to hospital, and he decided he would be playing today. Here's the first ball. Parks with it. It's one that's been tossed up and doesn't miss that off stump by that much. It's Sikander trying to play a ball that he should be looking to play straight. Trying to work this onto the leg side. And Ishan himself, we know he's got some broken ribs that are still on the mend. So two men that aren't 100% out there opening the batting for Pakakere. Parks has been good all the way through. That's going to be picked up quite nicely. That's going to be the first runs, and it's going to be a Maximo to start off the proceedings. 6 carreras to start off with. And I feel that this one, hang on a minute, has it gone into the pond? I know that looks like Kevin is going after this one. I think it may have done. So that's the first Maximo, and it's the first cricket ball that ends up in the pond as well. So new balls, please, and it would have to probably be a new ball as well. Welcome to everybody that's tuning in. Hello to Yuvraj in the chat, Dave. Everyone excited for the final. Who will be crowned the champions of Spain? Go for it again, miscue. Fielder getting behind it. Oh, well, he was back battling pretty quickly here, trying to get a hand to it. Let's have a look at this again. It was in the air, Fielder back pedaling, I think. There it is again, just gets away from the young man. Bit of a chance. Sikander hits a 6 and gets dropped. Oh, that's a good delivery to Ishan. Ishan is somebody who has not found his form as well. We just talked about Sikander Ali. He has scored a 50. In fact, in the very first match yesterday, scored 51. But Ishan just hasn't got going. Is he going to come good when it matters for Pakakere? Slow ball, hit up in the air. There's nobody back here. This one is going to make it through. It's one of those that could have hit the ground hard and just stopped. Ishan gets this one right now. Ishan has been out in this area where he's just hit this one on 2 occasions. The 2 out of the 3 times that he's had a knock. And I'm quite surprised that they haven't started with a fielder out here, actually, as a boundary. Now, I think this is where Gary Park might be. Yeah, they have made a change to that field now. It's the captain himself, Jake Sutherland, that goes there. I just think there was that opportunity. I don't think they got that right, Sporting Alfas. Now they are. Yeah, Christian Munoz is taking up that very important position. It's where Gary Park fields himself. Slow ball again, up in the air. Fielder after it. Big moment here. And it's an outstanding catch. It's an incredible catch. Now, you just saw the 2 fielder swap. You just saw Christian Munoz and Jake Sutherland. They just swapped positions. And how about that? It is actually Jake then holds onto the catch. This is a magnificent catch. The huge wicket of Ishan. It's a sensational catch. Catches do win you matches. So Ishan is the end of a disappointing Spanish National Finals weekend for him as he departs courtesy of a superb catch. Gary Park picks up the first wicket courtesy of a sensational catch. What a catch. And it's funny how things work out. We saw that change in field positions. Christian swapped there with Jake, the captain. And it goes in the region of the captain, and the catch gets taken. Can you imagine If that catch wasn't held, there would have been all kinds of question marks about the changing. But there he is, big smile on his face, and he's going to keep hold of the ball as well. I didn't see him bowl in the earlier match. So 11 for 1. Pakai Care, brilliant catch. First wicket goes down. Jake holds on to it. Gary gets the wicket. Ishan gone for 4 off 2. And this time there's no waiting around for Mohammad Babar. Comes out at number 3 to join Ali. Welcome back to Jeffrey Maguire saying, Jake, superb fielder, what a catch. And yeah, Dave also saying that Ishan has had a terrible championship. You're not wrong there. Wide ball first up, a little bit too wide. Still gets chased there by Ali. Sunderland once again. It's up in the air, but just going to get through one, gets through 2. I don't think it will go to the boundary. The batters will come back for a second. Babar's not the best of runners, remember, but he's going to have to give it his all in this one. You just feel they need one batter to click, one to go big, somebody to score a 60 or 70, which will help them get to a competitive score. Pakai Care in the final against Sporting Alfas. That's been worked away and manoeuvred that well, hasn't he? He's got the bottom hand involved in this to work this away from the orthodox square leg on the boundary. Nicely played, good shot. 4 runs. Sekunda does like to play on the leg side, we know that. On this occasion, gets that right. Good delivery. Goes back to pace on. Just missing the edge of the bat. Jake Sunderland hasn't he led the team well. Normally we're used to seeing Christian Munoz-Mills being the captain, but Jake Sunderland took over the reins for the national finals. That's hit well. It's a good looking shot. Really good shot. And well, it's, where did it go? Not sure who that is sitting there back on the bench, but that went pretty quickly. Lovely shot, good footwork. Creams that nicely. It just goes to show that Ali can play on the offside. It's a wonder sometimes that he is so focused on playing down the leg side. But that's a good looking shot. Nicely played. 22 for 1. Ishan was the first batter to go, but he hasn't been in any kind of form at all. Sunderland again. And gets a swivel on this. Lovely jubbly. 6 carreras más. And yeah, there's a swivel. A little bit of the old as he gets this one away. Akinna sona shaka lagya. And over comes to an end. Does that come to an end? I think there might actually be one to go, actually. Yeah, still one to go, but it's been an expensive one. 17 from it. One thing to note, and it's worthwhile mentioning, is that the success for Alfas with the ball has come mainly from their slower bowlers. Sunderland comes to finish an over that's gone for 17 so far. And there's more runs here as well. That will be probably one bounce. And for Cuatro Carreras, so 21 coming off the second over. That's after the first one went for just the 6. And feel that the batters here will and do prefer the pace. And they're going to keep the pace on here as well. And when you think of how well the slower bowlers have bowled in that earlier match, it was, again, the slow bowlers that did the job. Shaquille, remember, took 3 for 15, including a hat-trick. Then young Fraser Turney picked up 2 for 12. We've also seen Damien bowl really well. So it's interesting for me. I know we're in the power play. Maybe it will all change after this over. But it is interesting that they're going with full-on pace here. Quinlan going to bowl over number 3. It starts well. Doesn't give us much room here to Babar. Babar plays right on over that one. Yet to get off the mark. He too hasn't had the best of championships. I think his best was 29 of 11. It's probably fair to say that Ola Sikandar Ali has really shown us about it. And then when all the top order have gone, Mohammed Atif has stuck around. Well, this one's going to get away. It's a chase on for the field. I'm not going to get there. It's going to be 4 runs. 4 carreras. Outfield, quick and fast. That one went for the same shot a bit earlier, but this time gets it right as Babar. So 11 and 21, just making a move at the side screen here. I think that's what Babar was signalling to the Pakakere boys. For Quinlan. Now they're liking it. They're liking it. But does he get a bit of bat on this? Does he get a little bit of bat on this? That's the only thing I'm thinking here. Let's have a look at this again. I don't know if we're going to see anything from this, but does he get a bit of bat on it? Here it is here. Oh, it's hard to say. Or does the umpire feel it's drifting just a little bit too much? Down the leg side, umpire score that for me. Good delivery, though. That's a good delivery. That's the areas full and straight. Yorker length delivery. Oh, that's fast. It's quick. And Quinlan delivers, stops, looks straight at Babar as he walks back to his mark. Two top sides in Spain and have been for many years. Sporting Alfas, the central part of Spain, and Pakakere there in Catalonia, coming together on a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon to battle it out, see who will be crowned the champions of Spain. And at the moment, probably pretty even. We haven't seen high scoring matches. In fact, the highest score that we've seen with the team batting first was Pakakere, 132. And that victory against Mallorca. It's another one, gets away. Really good over. Really good. After it was just that one boundary off the second ball off it. It's a great comeback from Paul Quinlan. Power play comes to an end. .36 for 1. Now this is always going to be interesting to see if they do here now take the pace off and go to spin where the field can be spread, or whether they stick with a bit of pace. I mean, Quinlan bowled such a good over there. I could see him coming back to bowl the 5th. But I wonder if they do decide something different here in this one. It looks like they are, yeah. And here we go. This is what I was expecting to see. So they are going to take a bit of that pace off. And it looks like it's Waka. As I said, the slower bowlers have been so successful that you can understand why Jake Sunderland has gone to this, and I think depending on how this over goes, will probably determine whether we'll see Quinlan come back or whether Sunderland continues and stays with some of the slow stuff. Ashraf. And here we go. Should be gone and will be gone. Very first ball. Waka Ashraf picks up the wicket. He just tosses his up there, plays it so early, and look at Secunda. He is absolutely gutted with himself. He didn't want to have a look, went for it straight away, take the pace off. And Pakai Kia, they've struggled with this all weekend. And Secunda Ali, as I pointed out earlier, probably the only batter from Pakai Kia that has made any real contribution with the bat. He's going to depart. The second wicket goes. Disappointment for Secunda. 27 he'll go for. Tyrone makes no mistake taking the catch. Tyrone Malon behind the stumps. So Waka Ashraf gets the breakthrough. Mohammed Cameron Kami coming out at number 4. There's those variations that is just so clever from Ashraf. Hasn't he developed over the years? He used to be somebody who was, I think, tried to bowl too fast. But now, a combination of those slower delivery. I mean, this one could be that slower one. Just comes out at the back of the hand. Good full delivery. Well watched by Cameron, who plays that away, gets a single. This, I feel, is a big partnership now between these two. Of course, other batters to come out. You've still got the likes of Abid Mahmood, Hamza Khan, and then you're down to the batters who are probably more bowlers than batters. That's that slower one. That's thumped hard and, oh, well, smashes into the tree. TBC had his eye on this, but I wonder if this is the tree. Let's see this again. When the tree gets pelted here. Let's see. Oh, just over his hands as it smashes into the tree. So that will be 4. Of course, that tree inside the field of play. Local ground rules means if that's hit, it'll be 4. Back to the pace on this time. Babar gets beaten. Yeah, of course, you've got Rabbani, you've got Mohammed Atif. These guys, more bowlers than batters, though they like to think otherwise. But I think this partnership is the key one here for Pakai Kia. Sporting Alfas, I think they know that as well. There's that slower one. And, well, this time it will be a wide. Well, Babar, pretty quick to say to the umps, hey, but still he plays at it. And I think it's one of those that, again, if you did get a bit of bat onto it, probably would have seen Tyrone Malon back in action again, because he was not in the right position to get that one away at all. It's going to be down the leg side. Jeffrey Maguire thinking ahead, saying bouncy wicket, Cameron will be a handful, he feels. Also saying that a lot of the Asian players around Europe do seem to struggle with spin or the slower bowling. That's another one that's been fired down the leg side, and they're going to take a cheeky little single here as well. So that's 2 wides. Here, team that we've seen a lot. being streamed. Of course, we see them playing a lot on the European Cricket Network. We saw them being successful in the European Cricket League. And what a night that was for them when they were crowned the champions of Europe. Of course, the European Cricket League is like the Champions League of Europe. So they're a club that have got a massive history, a lot of followers. Struggling over recent years, though. They've lost maybe a couple of the key batters, and they do seem to rely a fair bit on the likes of Babar now and Ishan, and with Ishan completely out of form, Babar, Sikandar Ali and someone like Kamran now become pretty important to them. Nice to see that Phil Pennick and Kevin, who's sitting there in the background. Corey's seat is empty at the moment. Okay, change in the bowling. So here's Damien Van Jasveld has been quite outstanding with the ball. To give you a little look at the top performers with the ball in a moment. Let's see how he starts here. It's going to be just clipped away for a single to start off with. Looking to play that slog sweep, but kind of plays it a little bit too early. Does Babar. Being watched on there by Cameron. Yeah, with the bowling front. So here's your top bowlers at the moment. Damien Van Jasveld has picked up 6, so he's the leading wicket taker. Lorne Burns on 4. That's picked up quite beautifully. That's not coming back. That's going all the way to the beach. As the umpire puts him up like you just don't care. That's what he's looking to do. This one was in that zone. Powerfully played. He's a powerful hitter of the ball as Babar. And if he does get in form, well, he can tear into any bowling attack. Babar, captain, will know he needs to put in a big performance in here. Yeah, going back to the top bowlers, then you've got the likes of Lorne Burns, Shaquille after that hat-trick, of course, and Gregory after his 4 wickets. All on 4. And gone. There you have it. He can't believe it. He can't believe it. That's the big one, and they know it. They know it. And straightforward catch, no mistakes. And look at Babar. He just stands there. Can't believe he's done that. After hitting a 6, he will go 53. As it's time for Babar to depart, he'll go for 14. That's the breakthrough that you wanted. Now you just feel that Pakistan are going to struggle. I was saying that somebody needed to get in there and put a big score together. Isham was the first to go for 4. Then you saw Sikandar Ali kind of throw his wicket away, I felt. He went for 27 of 10. And now Babar, just as I said, he needs to stay there and get a big score. After hitting a 6, gets out, he'll go for 14. And it's the unlucky ball number 13 for him. And sees him depart. So Mohammed Cameron will be joined now by a new batter. It's Abid Mahbub. In here at number 5. So Damien Van Jasveld does it again, the leading wicket taker. 7 wickets down to him. Yes, great delivery. Just gets it in that area of uncertainty. Batters don't know whether it should be going back, going forward. There, with the keeper standing right up, Tyrone Malin. You don't want to commit to those. Just dabbed away, want to take the single, they will. It goes to the man who took the catch, that was Danny Everett. Straightforward catch to remove Babar. Over comes to an end. Damien gets another breakthrough. 53 becomes 54. 3 wickets down at the halfway point. So we've seen this fair bit during these national championships that teams have managed to get to around 50, but quite often the second part of the innings hasn't gone as well as the first. They've slowed down, and well, what a massive moment this is for this young man. Bowled superbly in the earlier match, picked up 2 wickets. Fraser Tierney, a youngster, and under 19, I believe he's probably 16 or 17 years of age. Has come and moved out to Spain here from the North Wales area. What a story he is, and what a prospect he is as well. Big appeal. It's pretty full. Only the wicketkeeper interested, Tyrone, but get the feeling this is probably drifting down the leg side. It's played away, but to the fielder. Good pick up, good throw, early throw. Just a single gets taken. Good work there by Waka. Fraser, I like his variations, so he's got that quicker one as well. He's got the one where he tosses it right up Yorker length, and that could be the one to go to here. And that's a nice looking shot though. Gets a swivel on this, just a tad short, and Mohamed Cameron is onto that pretty nicely. Nice looking shot played. Cammy batting without the lid, preferring to wear just the cap. Pakakere. I think Pakakere will. They're a team, and we've seen this already. They demonstrated that yesterday against Costa del Sol. That they'll feel that they can defend anything if their bowlers bowl well. Some changes being made here in the field. I think they're seeing that Cameron does like to go on that leg side, so everybody moving across one. Square leg, mid wicket, and long on, going back, and looks like Jack Sunderland going pretty straight long off, so just the extra cover on the offside boundary. Bring in one across now into short cover. Tierney probably wants to try and get this drifting around that off stump. Up in the air, catching opportunity, and Christian does not drop him. And that field change worked a treat. It's the second time that we've seen Sporting Alfas make a change. They've made a change to the field. Great work there from the captain, Jake Sunderland. Moved everybody around, put an extra man out there on the leg side, and the very next ball has been hit straight down the throat of Christian. Christian does not drop him. I've yet to see him drop a catch. And it's another wicket for the young bowler, Fraser. And what a wicket that is. And it's the big one of Mohamed Cameron. And how many times have we seen batters going in this part of the ground looking for the boundary but being caught? Good catch there taken by Christian. Pakakere lose their fourth wicket, 59 for 4. Cameron just couldn't resist, went for it, didn't get it right. Rewards the youngster with a wicket. Cameron going for 7. It's played out now. This one should be stopped, and it will be. Great work there from Parks. Parky slides, makes a stop. Christian was there backing him up as well. Okay, now what can Abid Mahboob do? Well, this one. I wonder if this gets a bit of the bat on the way through. Looks like it would have. Maybe a bit of bat and pad. No, straight through onto the pad. I want to attack. Really good over. And well bowled Sun been shouted by some of the Sporting Alfas supporters. He has bowled really well, hasn't he, Fraser Tierney? And I can see this lad picking up a lot of wickets. It looks like Damien is going to continue. Goes to his mark. 6 overs completed, going at around about 10s at the moment. 61 for 4. Just a 6. So the last 3 overs, the runs are being gained in the wrong direction. 10, 8 and 6. And Damien, it's not going to make it any easier for them. Comes to bowl his second over. First went for 8. Did pick up a wicket with the very first ball. That's a bit of a full toss. It's not the best of deliveries. It comes out wrong. And that's a hit me ball, and it's been thumped by Mahmood. He's got that out of the middle. The fuller deliveries are the ones that seem to be put away. Anything that's short of a length, where the batters have to come forward to them, they're the ones that are causing the trouble. Damien will know that. That's just a loose delivery. He's got to get that out of his head, out of his mind. Go back to what he does well. That's it, up in the air. Fielder coming across. Great effort. Never looked like it was going to carry DDC. Amazing effort this time. Well, I don't think that was DDC, actually. That was Gary again. DDC is that square leg. Yeah, that's Parksy again. Amazing effort. Never looked like it was catchable, but how he got there was quite amazing. But still, I think the ball just hit the ground before he got there. Here we go. Can anybody get there? And no. Can you believe it? Right in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. In comes the throw. The batters do come back for 2. Starts a lot there for Hamza Khan. Could have gone anywhere. Could have gone to hand. This is one that doesn't. Hamza still looking to play their shots here, Pak Ikea. They're not going to stop. And there's another. And good catch taken here. He watches as well. I think that's Raza, who had his issues in the earlier match when he was on the square leg boundary, but not this time. He's held on to that, so Hamza will go. He got a bit lucky the ball before. And Hamza, they're going down swinging, aren't they, at the moment, Pak Ikea. Another one bites the dust. Hamza will go for 3. 3 or 3. 5 down now with the score on 70, Pak Ikea. As Mohammed Atif makes his way out there. Ati, here he is. And he's made some contributions with the bat. Managed to get into double figures, and he's also managed to stick around, which is more than what can be said for some of the other Pak Ikea batters. 4 wickets down. He's still got to play his shots. I think still Pak Ikea. Projected score here about 108. They want to try and up that, but who's going to do it for them? I said it all the time. They need one batter to get a 50 or 60 to get them to a big score. Doesn't look like that's going to happen here. Oh, that one does pop up. A bit running hard. We'll get there. This is going to be biased. And Damien van Jasveld. Another wicket for him. He's been regularly picking up 2 for us. Can he add to the 2 here in the final? Oh, now, is there something on this? Oh, it's a big mix-up. Big mix-up. Oh. Well, for him, I think there might have been a little edge on this. And then the 2 batters, no communications. Atif was halfway down the pitch, then has to run back. He does get home, but another tremendous over and another great spell from Damien. 2 for 17 in the final. There's a slight sneak. It's one of those tough one for the keeper. It's either go straight in. Going to stick with the spin. 71 for 5. 10 off that one. Put another wicket. Fraser will continue. And ever since they took the pace off, that's when the wickets have started to fall and that runs have slowed down. Oh, Atif. He does like to go leg side, we know that. He's got a fair bit of power about him when he does. And he'll feel that he's probably missed out on that one. Over to Tiff. Fraser gets the dot ball. That's nicely played. Nice to see the batter looking to play on the offside as well. Tiff gets a single. And to strike that to Mahmood. Now what can Mahmood do? He'd probably have to say that he is probably the last of what you would call the recognised batters. Can he get going here? Can he quick fire 30 or 40 from him? And he pitches that up. It should be another. It will be another. No problemo. Those three there on the leg side for Sporting Alfas is probably the best trio of fielders that you could have. Christian Munoz Mills, DDC, and then taking the catch once more is Gary Parks. Holds on to the catch. Fraser picks up another. That's the second for him. And I was saying that maybe that Abid is the last of the recognised batters. He has gone as well as Pakar now lose another. He goes for 9 off 9. 6 wickets down. 72 for 6. Sporting Alfas, the home side. Clearly on top here now. 4 more wickets to be thinking. Spin to win. Fraser Tierney bowling beautifully, the young lad. Rabani comes out at number 8. Oh, he's hit this pretty well, but it'd be one bounce to DDC, just a single. That's hit pretty firmly, but once again, I think it's just going to be a single. I don't think they're going to take the 2. They are taking it on. In comes the throw, and they will get there. Good running. They called it early. They went for it. There was no hesitation from both the batters, and I think only a direct hit there from the fielder would have resulted perhaps in a run out. That's what Pakar have to do here now. They've got to hustle. They've got to get the hustle in. And this is going to be a real teaser, but Christian is underneath and holds on to it. It's going to be another. It's going to be 3 wickets in the final for Fraser Tierney. As Mohammed Atif wants to go big, but once again is another catch that is being taken at this part of the ground in that kind of a wide long on area in between long on and cow corner. And Pakar now are in all sorts of trouble. End of the 8th over. 75. 7 wickets. 2 in the over there from young Fraser. What a spell of bowling from the youngster. Fraser Tierney. 3 for 10 from the young 17-year-old. Quite amazing. I bet he's loving his time here in Spain. Of course, moved here from North Wales, where he has played for the Wales under-16. Christian taking his second catch. Just the 4 off the over. And it's not going to get any easier as Gary Parks now comes to bowl his second. Bowling here to Rabani, who's been joined out there by Zia. Rabani gets a good bit of bat onto this, but just will be a single. Short ball up in the air. Fielder coming across. DDC takes the catch, diving forward, and the short ball from Gary Parks does the job. Firing it in short. DDC, this is all. I mean, look at the ground he had to cover to get where he is. And this is all about alertness. It's all about being alert. It's all about being an athlete. Fantastic catch taken as well as that one being banged in. There's another one that will go. Ismail Zia departs without scoring. Short ball does the job. Excellent catch. Really good catch. It's going to be another low score here, isn't it? Pakai Kia are going to have to try and defend another low one. Another wicket goes down. That's 8 down now. Gray Park. Alfas, the home side with the tails up. Abbas is the new batter. Asad Abbas joins Rabani out there. Up in the air now. Has he got enough of this to get it over the fielder? Oh, it's unfortunate. And it might actually ricochet and go all the way to the boundary. It does. Oh, that's unlucky. It was up in the air. It wasn't an easy catch. That's the young man. I think that might be Fraser there. Yeah, it is. Not an easy catch. Did well, actually, I feel, to get to that. That ball was moving around in the air, moving away from him as well. See here, look at the ground he had to cover. And just couldn't get his hands in the right place. And the ball, unfortunately, ricochets and goes all the way to the boundary. A valuable 4 runs to Pakake, and they're now getting to the 80. Oh, that's a good hit. That's going to be 6 runs, is it? Yep. He's picked that up beautifully. Using the pace here. Quite nicely. Good bit of timing. I've got a fielder back there, but he's timed that beautifully. So 4 and 6. Lucky with the 4. Abbas scoring some very important runs late on here for Pakai Kia. Oh, that's a shot, isn't it? That's a shot. 4 more. And just like that, 90 comes up and parked. 3 boundaries on the spin there to finish things off. Lucky with the first, but then 6 and 4, hungry for more. Pakai Kia trying to get to something that they feel they can defend here. We saw them defend 89 yesterday against the Costa del Sol. 90 for 8. 15 of that over. There was a wicket in there as well. But again, interesting, isn't it? If you have a look at the overs that have had pace on them, that's where the runs have come. Park has gone for 11 and 15. And we will go back to pace here. Paul Quinlan only went for the 4 in his first. They are running hard, and now this is going to be close. It's going to be close, and the umpire says not out. He just does get that slide in. We'll get a chance to look at it again here. And here we go. So the non-striker went straight away. Here's the throw, and just managed to get that bat slid in time. I'll take the 1. Oh, that's a good hit. That's a very good hit. That's got a long way, flat and hard. Goes all the way. Says Queredas Mas. Well, what a little cameo this is from Asad Abbas. He's absolutely mullered it. Asad Abbas scoring some very valuable runs towards the end of the Pakai Kia innings. And at one stage, it never looked like they were going to get to the 3 figures. 97. They're running hard here. There's the throw once again. This one going to be interesting call here from the umpire. What's the call going to be? Going to be buys. So they do take the run. I'm a little bit surprised here, actually, that they do take this run. I thought they would have been quite key to leave Abbas on strike. Now, Rabani, I feel they're running here, whatever. Alfas have to be alert. They're going to be running here. Watch Abbas. He's going to be pegging it. Well, there he goes. This one is going to be fielded there by DDC. They're coming for a second, and they're going to make it. They're going to make it. It's one of those difficult ones for the keeper. It kind of yorks him with the throw. DDC couldn't quite pick it up. Allows the batters to come back. The 100 now on the board. Pakai Care, they're finishing well, aren't they? 15 off the 9th. 10 off this one so far. A couple of balls still to come. Quinlan. That's firmly here, but there's another one. Another catch taken. That's the 9th wicket to go. Gary Parks holds on to another. Park makes no mistakes. Now, I think you're looking at there the man who's taken the most catches in the Spanish national finals. He hasn't missed a trick. A ball to go, 9 down. Rabani, the next to go for 4. 4 or 5. Park holds on to another catch. Quinlan gets the wicket. Number 11. A ball to face here for Shafi. Again, get your running boots on. It's a bit of a full toss here now. It should be caught. It will be caught. And it's still running here because they're waiting to see if there's going to be a call of a no ball. Now, let's wait and see here. Now, let's see what the call is from the umpires. I haven't seen a no ball call, so I feel I haven't seen a call. The umpires are now coming together here. This is going to be interesting. Now, what is the call here? Waiting to see. Definitely will. Well, it's either 0 or it's 1. There was definitely a run out towards the end there. But was there a no ball call here or not? I didn't see one. And I feel that that's going to be, from what I'm seeing, or I should say from what I didn't see, I think that is out. It's going to be a first baller for Shafi. I don't think he's going to get the no ball that he's after. I think the umpires are giving him a little bit of a talking to saying, well, we didn't call it. And if we didn't call it, it's not a no ball. So that's going to be Pakai Care all out on 100. 100 all out. 10 coming off that last over. So 25 coming off the last 2 to help them to get to the 100. Quinlan picks up 2 wickets at the end. And I think you've got to say that Sporting Alfas has got to be on top here. And the young lad, well, yeah, young Fraser will be applauded off. And so he should be. Outstanding performance in the final. 3 for 10 from Fraser Tierney. What a moment for him. I've said this before, and he'll have the pleasure of going back and watching not just those 3 wickets, but the 2 that he took in the earlier victory as well. So he's taken 5 wickets in the day here on finals day. And Pakai Care restricted to 100 and 100 all out. Just have a look at that scorecard there. So 27th from Sikandar Ali of 10 deliveries, and he kind of gave his wicket away as Waka Ashraf got him very first ball. That was when we saw the pace taken off straight away. Ishan just didn't click today. He was the first wicket to go. Was the Babar then went caught again, a soft dismissal with Danny takes a catch, and that was a Damien picking up a wicket. And then it was some great catching really from Sporting Alfas. Christian Manus taking the catch to remove Mohammed Kamran, who wanted to go for the cow corner boundary. He would fall, so would Abid Mahmood. And likewise for Hamza Khan. Atif also wanted to take on the big boundary, but Christian was there to take his catch. Rabani stuck around for a bit before he went to a good catch from Park. Ismail didn't really get going. It was only that Asad Abbas. Don't forget the 20 that he scored. That could be huge. 20 of just 6 deliveries. And Shafi, I think he will be out very first ball. Park once again taking the catch there in the deep. And Quinlan picking up the wicket. So it will be exactly 100 is the score. We're going to take a quick innings break here now, and then we'll be back. What do you think, folks? Who has the upper hand in this one? I've got to say, for me, on their home ground as well, it's got to be Sporting Alfas, and I don't think Sporting Alfas have really been tested with the bat either. They've got the depth, I feel, and Pakai Care, we know they've got extremely good bowlers. They're going to have to be at their utmost best if they're to pull this one off. Join me, Rika Full, and the rest of the gang and the crowd here at the beautiful Sporting Alfas when we return in about 10 minutes' time. Hello viewers and welcome back to a vibrant and a very lively Sporting Alfas cricket ground. The home side supporters are definitely in here. They're seeing their home side, their beloved Sporting Alfas, going out there to knock off the 101 that they need to be crowned the national champions here in Spain. Great performance from them in the field. Holy Asad Abbas, quick fire 20 of 6 deliveries, making any real contribution with the bat. For Pakakir, that was when Sikinder Adi earlier made 27. On the bowling front, the young Fraser Tierney, what they spent a bowling for him, 3 for 10 in the final. The young 16-year-old, fantastic. And then we saw 2 firsts from the likes of Paul Quinlan and Damien Van Jasveld, who is at the moment the leading wicket taker. Now Pakakir, they've got themselves out of a hole many times before when the batters haven't performed. Are they going to do it again? Here's the first from Mohammed Cameron in the air, but in the gap. It's going to be 4 runs to start. It was uppish, and Cameron doesn't like the fact that that's gone through. And double teapot. There he is, Cammy. Yes, it is Cammy. Cammy with here, everybody. He's had here for a couple of years now. Hit on the up, but it's gone in the gap and gone for 4. Cameron, a very good bowler, but hasn't always had it his own way. Did he see? Started yesterday great. He wasn't quite with it today. It's a good comeback here. That's one thing that Pakakir did very well in the earlier match. Sporting Alfas were restricted to 92 of 3. Only Hennessy coming in at about number 4, scored 44 of 18 to help them get to that score. Pakakir bowled very well, and all the bowlers bowled a very good line outside that off. Here comes Cammy again. Played with soft hands. Will take the single. In comes the throw. Well, this one I feel is going to make its way just short of the boundary, perhaps. They're going to take overthrows here. Pakakir got to hold their nerve. Cammy once again not happy. In comes the throw here. Pick up and throw. Get the feeling that probably would have been close, but I think that Danny would have made it. Looked into me. Probably didn't need to throw that one away. 3 runs then. Back on strike, DDC. That's a shot and a half. Oh, that is an incredible shot. Shot off the day and probably shot off the championships. What a shot. Hit for 6 on the offside, flat and hard. 6 through covers. An amazing stroke. DDC. Amazing hitting. Well, I think he knew that one was coming. He knew it was coming. He was ready for it. He was ready for it. Cammy being hit for 6 over cover. A flat 6 as well. Oh, well, look at the carry through on this. End of the over, but a good one. For Sporting Alfas, 12 runs coming from it, and with all their wickets intact. Get the feeling that Mohammed Atif will be bowling over number 2. Just look at the carry on that. And he's not a happy chappy, is he? Not a happy chappy with the way things gone. From the very first ball that went through that kind of cover area. Had a catchable height, but the way that Cammy was going on about it was almost like the catch was dropped, but there was nobody there. 12 without loss. And when you're scoring 12 the first over and it's Mohammed Cameron that's bowling it, you go with it. Denny Everett facing up. Gets that one through. It's the first one up for Danny. He's been a good partner, hasn't he, for DDC. The two Ds opening up the batting. They've tended to always give and get Sporting Alfas up and running. Just gets bat on ball, gets a single when DDC is looking as sharp and dangerous as he is here. I think that's all you're looking to do. Don't dot up, get bat on ball and get him on strike. Well, we sort of weathered the hitman Cammy pretty well, hasn't he, DDC? Now let's see how he goes against the TIFF. Again, two players that know each other very well, play together in the national team. That one probably doesn't quite come up as much as what TDC was hoping there. It kind of plays over this one, the TIFF. Targeting that channel outside the off. This is Mel behind the stumps. Glorious day it's been, and isn't it fitting that the Spanish National Finals is coming to a conclusion with a packed house here at Sporting Alfas. That's gone. Ginna Sona. Jabardast batting from DDC. 6 over extra cover. Que guay, que genial, que grande. Ese golpe es más dulce de tarta de chocolate. 6 carreras más. He's on his way here, DDC. Said in the earlier match when he looked rusty this morning against Pekai Kia, well, if you want a blip, you have it in a match that doesn't count, and that's exactly what it was when I think he was some 18 balls for about 7. This is the DDC we know. Short ball, kind of knew that was coming as well. Pick up and throw. It gets there early, and, well, it's a slow motion dive from the fielder doing the backing up. Abbas does manage to stop it. Bakakir will be feeling a need to pick up a couple of quick wickets here to get them back in this contest. At the moment, they are way behind. The next over from Cammy will be pretty key, you feel. If Cammy can get a breakthrough, he's done it before, coming back for his second. It's up in the air now. This one should be taken. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. I cannot believe it. Nobody wants this. Anyone or 4 fielders could have got there, including the wicketkeeper Ismail. Nobody wanted it. And the chance goes begging Pekai Kia. All looking at each other. Nobody wanted it. And in the end, well, Sekinder Ali is signalling to a TIFF saying it's yours. Then they're pointing at the wicketkeeper Ismail. Fact remains, the chance is missed. 21 without loss. Nine runs coming off that over. Oh, that's pretty high. That's pretty high. I don't think it's quite a no-y. It's probably just below the waist, but it's a low flat beamer. This from Cameron. Have a look where this is. I mean, it's. Watch this. Oh, that's a bit of a knockout blow. Fortunately, he's okay. That could have gone anywhere. And now the stumps get shattered. Well, he knocked him out first, didn't he? Softened him up with the beamer, and then gets this right on the money. It's good top delivery. This was quick, and I think this has gone through him before he's even played. Jugger they put there as the stumps get knocked over. The castle is down. The stumps have gone for a walk, and the breakthrough does come. Cammy gets it, and that's going to be the end of Danny. Goes for 2. Mohamed Cameron gets the breakthrough. He's fired up, isn't he? And he's fired up, and they need him fired up. He's got 4 more balls here. Gary Park. Going in at number 3, and I think this is where DDC has probably said to Gary here, hey, he's got 4 balls. Let's see him out. Let's see him out. Let's get him out the attack. First wicket goes down. Score on 21. Mohamed Cameron. It's ready to go. That Park. It's another pretty full one. Gets played away. That's 4 runs. It's another one. That's too full. And it goes all the way. Well, yeah, he doesn't really know where it is. 4 carreras. Eso tira poco mal. You can see what he's trying to do, Cameron here. He's trying to get that Yorker in, but on 2, he's got it right once, he's got it wrong twice. And this time he gets punished for it. Park puts that one away. 4 runs. Well, this one's now gone past Ismail. DDC. This is going to be interesting how DDC goes here now. Like I said, DDC was probably the man saying there to Park when he came in, right? He's only got a couple of 4 balls. See him out. Don't get out to him. And now DDC will probably be saying the same to himself. Don't get out to him. Got 2 balls here to come. I think Cammy will be looking to be short into his body. Trying to tuck up DDC. Just like that. And oh, it's a pick-up throw. Well, a direct hit, and it would have been, it could have been curtains. I think this has got him on the fingers, DDC. That's the ball I was talking about. Short into the body of DDC. It's the one that can ram your fingers between the ball and the bat. Up in the air, but gets it over the fielder. Chases on here. They will come back for a couple. And that is the end of Cammy. They're seeing him off. He does take 1 wicket. But he's also been pretty expensive. 20 runs coming off the spell. 29 is the power play score. 29 for 1. And if you're joining us late in the day on this beautiful Sunday afternoon here on the Costa Blanca, sunny Spain in Albier, Alfas TBC. This is the beautiful, the magnificent Sporting Alfas Cricket Club. And you're watching the conclusion of the Spanish national finals. This is the final. The Catalonia Giants, Pacaquer, taking on the champions of Central Spain, Sporting Alfas. And after restricting Pacaquer to 100, target of 101 required from Sporting Alfas. .72 runs required. Needed to go at just around 10. And this is the first change. Looks like they're going to go here to Jafar Raza. So electing to go with Raza ahead of Rabani, purely because Rabani didn't quite get it right in the earlier match between the two. We'll be looking to go just right across the right-handers. That's his plan. Let's see if he can stick to it. A bit of an inside edge. Will be just a single. This is also where I think Pacaquer have to kind of hold their nerve a little as well. They don't want to get flustered. They don't want to get flustered or start throwing the ball away unnecessarily. If it's just a single, you take that. Single has to be considered a win when it's 10 and over required. Push it. They want 2. Are they going to get 2? And they will get 2. Intelligent throw from Cammy goes to the end where the batter's probably least expect it. With Baba there at that short mid-off, if he's not the quickest, and he can certainly take a single to him, and if he doesn't get there and doesn't get across quick enough, it's always the 2 on. Park going well at the moment. That's short and just over the fielder. I think that's Hassad Abbas, who might have got fingertips to this, you know. Yeah, might have been a bit of fingertips on this one. Does well. I don't think he could have done any more really here. Get high as he could, probably by getting a bit of his fingertips on that. He perhaps stops the ball going to the boundary. But I'm liking this batting from Park. He's been very assertive. That's played away. Got a sweeper out there. Not going to get there. 4 more runs. He's hit that so well. Cuatro más. Four more runs. Yeah, liking this. Just being very, very positive. Just saying, look, you're not going to go out there and play me shots, and that's what he's doing. And I've just noticed here, I keep saying Park. It's not Park out there at all. It's actually Raza. So I think the scorers once again have certainly snookered me. So it is, yeah. I've made a change here. Raza, and going well is Raza. And this one is going to go through. I like it as well. They basically just decided, you know what we're going to do is we're going to go for this. Going to go for it. They've gone with a hitter, a pinch hitter, early on, and so far it's worked a treat. 15 of 6 from Raza. Yeah, I had to take a double take there and saying, well, that certainly doesn't look like Park, and it has been corrected. It is Asad Raza. That's well hit. Baba will make the stop. Bit of a fumble. They're taking it on. In comes the throw. And they get there. It's once again some of the frailties from Pakai Kia are being exploited here. Baba sticking to, well, now it's like an inquest here. Should never have been 2 there. Baba makes a mistake. He's got to take responsibility. Makes a mistake. Lets the ball go through him. And the batters, wow, they were quick. And TDC, he's like a whippet, isn't he, running in between the wickets. 21 of 11. And I know that there's a lot of support in South Africa there from TDC. Hello to his family that are tuning in. Coming good at the right time. Pakai Kia now. Just having a bit of a conversation here. I'm not sure what this is. Look at Sikandar Ali. Now, Sikandar Ali is somebody who's been struggling with a bit of an illness. And now I wonder if they're calling to him to bowl this over. But Rabani is also there. Probably the umpire saying, hey guys, come on, you got just the 45 minutes here. Jeffrey Maguire asking me a question saying, Rico, in your opinion, what percentage do you think Kardama are possible for ECN February, March? Jeffrey, putting me on the spot, but I think if I'm honest with you, with the sort of plans that seem to be filtering through and what I'm hearing, I get the feeling that the bigger picture, and when we come back, it's going to be bigger. And I think Kardama probably won't feature. I think that's probably a little bit too soon, in my opinion. Though, if you wanted to give me a percentage on it, I'll say, you know what, I'll say 30. I'll give you something rather than avoid it, but I think we will be back. Exactly when, I don't know. Will it be Kardama? I personally don't feel it will be, but it could. That's why I'm giving you the 30%. I hope that answers your question. Thanks for putting me on the spot there, Jeffrey. Sikandar. course, was bitterly disappointed when he got out. He was looking set, wasn't he? Oh, that's an opportunity, I feel. I don't know if he gets any bad on this. Let's see what the umpire signals here. Bye, signalled by the umpire. Stuart Dobson out there with one umpire, Naveed Butt, and of course the other umpires being John Braithwaite and also Ijaz. That's up in the air. It's a fielder out there. And the catch has been taken. Sagenda has got the breakthrough. And DDC will fall. And it's Babar who finally does. This is the thing. Finally does push himself back on the boundary. He's always reluctant not to. He's always reluctant to leave that long off part of the ground unprotected. Pushes himself back. Now I wonder if that's Sakanda who's asked her to do so. So Sakanda Rally gets the breakthrough, gets the wicket, and it's the big wicket. Daniel Dolkar falls for 22 off the unlucky ball number 13. Caught there by Babar on the boundary. Ali fighting and braving through an illness to be playing. Picks up a huge wicket, but one good batter is replaced by another. Yes, probably could call him the club captain, and also the captain of Spain, Christian Munoz Mills, goes out into the middle. That's in the air, could be another, it will be 2-2. It's just been cut straight to point. Catch has been taken. Well, be careful with Ishan. Ishan playing with busted ribs, takes the catch and then gets a high fly which shakes him up a little. Oh, mera khayal rakho, meriyan haddiyan tutiyan. That's what Ishan says. Well, the home fans have been ushered into silence with that wicket. 2-2 from Sakanda. Christian looking to hit it over the top of Ishan. Ishan holds on to it. Ishan takes the catch. Ali takes a second wicket. It's the way it goes. Disappointment, but it's that format, T10. And now it is Gary Park who goes out there at 5. Christian naturally very disappointed, but he's got players out there still. Park out there now. You've still got the likes of Hennessy, don't forget, who batted superbly well in the win earlier against Pakai Kia. Once again, the slower bowlers doing the job. Sakandar Ali 2 for 1 at the moment. And this one will just be a single taken. It's the time now for Sporting Alfas to once again regroup, get a partnership going. What an over. What an over. 2 runs and 2 wickets. And at the halfway point here now, 43 for 3. Must have been and there must have been a leg behind there somewhere as well, perhaps. So, like for like here, it's worth touching on this. 54 for 3 as opposed to 43 for 3. But Pakai Kid, so 54 to 46 was their split. Plenty of batting though. The depth is there. But how do you handle the pressure? Rabbani. Now Rabbani probably was thinking he was going to bowl the 5th. They changed it to Ali and it worked a treat. Rabbani didn't bowl well in the first contest between these two. It starts with a slower ball. Only got the 1 over, which I think went pretty big. I think it went for 22. If memory serves me right. Sporting Alfas had only scored 8 off the first 3, and then Rabbani went for 22. Sakandar Ali, after taking those 2 wickets for 2 runs, comes across and just gives a few words of encouragement there for Rabbani. Raza, he's been good. And he's going to get a little bit of something on this as well. I think Raza's just going to continue to do what he's been sent out there to do. He's been sent out there to be the aggressor. And that served him well so far. He doesn't want to change that. It's a full delivery. Hits the pad. Is a bit of an appeal, I think. It looked like it was going down the leg side. That's why there wasn't much of an appeal there from anyone else, particularly the wicketkeeper. Rabbani asked the question. Umpire Naveed, but says not out. But better this from Rabbani. He's getting the ball pretty full. He's not straying down the leg side as he was in the earlier contest between the two. Of course, these two started the day. Sporting Alfas winning that contest. There's that slow ball up in the air. It won't go anywhere. It's just going to be a single. Slow ball bamboozles Raza. Sporting Alfas made 92 in that first match this morning. 92 for 3, Paul Hennessy. Top scored with 44 of 18. Pakakere 65. So only unbeaten team in this national final so far. Sporting Alfas. That's that slower ball again and cleverly bowled. You can see how early that Parker's played this. He's played it so early. Nice to see that umpire Naveed but is taking a walk over to check that Gary is okay. It's always good to see. No pace on the ball, but it can still shake you up. Now just remember the last over from Sukhinder Ali only went for 2. Now this one with the ball to go has gone for 2, and there seems to be an eerie silence around the ground all of a sudden. And that's going to be another dot. So just the 4 runs have come off the last 2 overs. .47 for 3. At that rate, keep an eye on the rate that now starts to climb, the required rate. It's around about that 13 mark here now. 2013, Rohit Sharma's violent 209 in Bangalore led India to a home series win over Australia in a 7-match ODI series that saw a staggering 3,596 runs scored in 11 innings. So Rohit was the 3rd double century by an Indian in ODIs after Sachin and Sehwag. Not seeing those sort of scores in these national finals. Bowlers have seemed to have the upper hand as Sukhinder comes on to bowl again. Good length. Raza also gone quiet now after some explosive hitting. Wants to go for the sweep shot, but once again I think he's just playing too early. Gets down really early. See this, he gets down so early and he's played that shot too early. As Park. And goes for the reverse. It's going to just get out of the outstretched hand, but it will be a boundary. A welcome boundary. Goes for the reverse Malachi. Not quite the way you wanted it, but once it out of reach from the fielder who was there at short third, it spins away to the boundary. Badly needed boundary. Sporting Alfas and their supporters need something to shout about. And that certainly was something, and it could be the start of something as well. .50 comes up. Chips that up in the air, but they do have fielder back. And, well, he's made a bit of a meal of this. And that's a come run. They will get a couple. Cameron, it's almost like he's tripped over his own feet there. Babar and Cammy just exchanging a few words. I think it's about field placements. I think Cammy wants to come a bit straighter. Babar is keeping him wide, particularly to Park. That's the one they wanted. Balle, Brakinna, Sona, Shakalagia, the second boundary in the over, and this one does go all the way. Seis Carreras. And just like that, the Sporting Alfas fans have sparked back to life, and so has this innings of Alfas. Moves to 60 with the ball to go in the 7th. And he goes for the reverse once again. This time it will be a dot to finish. So Secunda only 2 of his first, but 13 of that one. And that's exactly the rate that Sporting Alfas need to be going at the moment. 60 for 3. 7 overs completed. And 41 runs required in 18 balls. Rabani walking up to bowl his second. He too only went for the 2 in the last. Interesting that they've gone back to him. They don't want to go back to someone like Mohammed Atif here to try and push the required rate up a bit. Bit of a gamble, I feel. Rabani, he is there for the taking. He's shown that already in the last match they played. He starts with a good one there, and that's good from Ismail as well. He holds on to the ball. He could have thrown it away. And Raza, I think here, I think they might be talking about perhaps retiring him out. He's played his part well early on when his strike rate was good, but since then he's gone off the boil. And I get the feeling that he might get just a ball or 2 more and they might pull him off. Remember, he's still got the likes of Paul Hennessy. He can go out there. And that's slower full toss gets played away. I reckon we might see that call. They probably won't want to make it now when he's at the non-striker's end. You might as well keep it. If you're going to retire somebody out, you don't do it with a non-striker, because he can always take on a kamikaze run. If you get run out, it doesn't matter. You're going to retire him anyway. So I think it's only when he goes to the striker's end that you look to do this. Park. What's the boundary here? You don't want to fall behind the rate again, especially after the last over went to your benefit. Rabani coming in again. This time he goes, oh, what a shot! What a shot that is! Now, is that 4 or 6-4? Just bounces before the rope. It's a quicker one from Rabani, but look at the wrist involved here. This is a delightful shot. Take a look at this, exquisite. Well, that wasn't the one. It's not the one I saw anyway. But anyway, I've got it memorised. Delightful flick off the pads for 4. As the sun comes out. Coming up to 3:30 local time. What a gorgeous day it's been. 25 the high today. Probably feels a bit more like 28 there in the sun. Rabani. Oh, well, let's have a look at this. Ismail gets it wrong. In comes the throw. And I think this is where Raza is going to get called out. Yeah, there it is. And they do it the right way. And Raza being retired out. I said Raza 20 or 15. I think there's a ball to go. Is there in this over? Might be a couple actually. 66 for 3. Hennessy, remember, he started with a boundary in the earlier match. 44 not out, and he scored quickly. He's the right man to go out at this point. It's a good move there, I think, from Jake Sunderland. Asad Raza gets a good round of applause. He did what he had to earlier on when they were falling behind. Huge couple of balls in this over then. 6 runs from it so far, Rabbani. Hennessy in good nick. They only had the one knock in this national finals. Has a look round, looking to go big straight away. Well, are they going to take this on, are they? No, they decide not to. Probably the right call here. Ismail makes and does enough to make the stop. Rabbani gets a dot in. Pressure once again starting to build. You feel the need for a boundary here. That rate exactly at 15 and over. Tense moments in the final here in Spain on the Costa Blanca. It's that slower ball again, and it's another dot. So on this occasion, Hennessy swings and misses at 2. Rabbani gets 2 dot balls in. Pressure starting to build. $66 for 4. 2 overs to go. You can see the requirement there on your screen. This becomes a huge over, and it looks like they are going to Mohammed Atif. Didn't that make sense to me? There's no point saving him till the last. If he bowls a great over here, let's say for example just a handful of runs come from it, then all the pressure is on Sporting Alfas. So you've got to bowl, I think, your best bowler here. And with all the bowlers left to bowl, you feel that it has to be Mohammed Atif. The final could be won or lost in this over. Mohammed Atif to bowl it. 66 for 4, Sporting Alfas. That's it, up in the air. And the catch is going to be brilliantly taken. What a wonderful catch that is. And it's Sekinder Ali who does it now. Of course, there'll always be concerns about Sekinder. He's died to take this catch, but we know he's not well. And well, let's hope he hasn't done himself any further injuries here, but he holds on to the catch to remove Park. Park has to walk off the park for 18. (18 of 4, 13 deliveries, Park. Ali holds on to the catch. Mohammed Atif holding on to the catch. Just having a look here. Sekinder looks like he's back on his feet. He isn't coming off. He's staying on the field of play. Don't forget that over he bowled as well. 2 wickets, 2 runs. Next batter is going to be Damien Van Jusveld, the leading wicket taker in this Spanish national finals. But can he also add a valuable contribution with the bat? Paul Hennessy talking to Damien there. It's probably telling him, look, watch out for the cutters, watch out for the slower deliveries. Pakakir quite happy to allow the batters to take the single. Even the new batter, they're not putting a squeeze on. They're not trying to stop Hennessy from getting on strike. Probably doesn't make much sense, really. You feel you've got to save those boundaries. Hennessy himself hasn't really got going either. Swung and missed at 2. So he's not a threat as yet. Atif waits for Damien. Damien looks around. I suppose the other thing you got here with Sporting Alfas is you've got batters going in now that haven't really had a knock. Bat on ball. Will take a single. This is where Pakakir, Sekinder Ali, who took that great catch, just rolls the ball back to Atif. So Hennessy A lot of the shots that he played earlier were on this leg side. He hit a few into the pond in that 44 of 18 that helped them get to the score. That was enough to beat Pakakir first time round this morning. Swings hard. It would just be a single. Sikinder Ali moving very slowly to get the ball. Needing boundaries. Where they're going to come from. Damien back on strike. 68 for 5. 3 balls in the over. Huge over. Still needing 30 plus runs here. That's a swing and a miss. Dot ball searcher. Dot balls are like gold dust in this format. Latif gets another dot in. Dots up. Damien. Difficult for batters that go in now. I've said already, Sporting Alfas, because they've batted so well in these national finals. You're at a point where batters going in now haven't had a hit, and you don't know when the last time they have. And having to go out there and hit boundaries straight away, it's hard work. 33 of 8. It's going to be another dot. And, well, this becomes a huge delivery here now. It really does. 33 still required. You got to really, I mean, you got to club this to the boundary to give yourself any hope in the last over. And who bowls the last? That's the other thing. You probably feel you go back to Raza, perhaps. I don't think Omul Baba take the responsibility. All or nothing on this one. And it's going to be another dot as Mohammed Atif delivers the perfect over. 11 runs off his 2. But only the 2. Well, it ain't over yet, boys. It ain't over yet. It's a cracking over, but it ain't over yet. Just the 2 come from it. 68 for 5. Mohammed Atif shows just why he is one of the top bowlers here in Spain and probably considered as one of the top bowlers in Europe. And they will go to Raza. So the captain doesn't want to take the responsibility. The equation's simple. 33 required. Boundaries or bust for Sporting Alfas in the final. The last over. Raza with the ball. And that one chases on. Will it get to the boundary? It could do, you know. It does. Well, that's 4 of them. Hennessy holding the key here for Sporting Alfas. Takes it down to 29. 29 of 5. Fours alone, of course, won't do it. Raza knows if you can get one good delivery and stop one going to the boundary, that can be as good as job done. Short, and that could be it. That could be the ball. Dot ball, the shorter one. Hennessy plays at it and misses. 4 balls to go. 29 required. Only huge errors and mistakes from Pakai Care now could hand victory to Sporting Alfas. Jafar Raza back to his mark. It's another swing and a miss. Surely now it's all but over. Pakai Care, what you say about this team? They just find a way, don't they? They find a way. They've been nowhere near their best this weekend at the Spanish National Finals. The batting hasn't clicked. Only 1 or 2 batters have contributed with runs. But with the ball, they have been awesome. They've got it in the right areas, and they've made it so difficult for teams to score runs off them. It's another one that's got through Hennessy. And it's all but over here. Sporting Alfas, what can you say? They know themselves that They've given it everything. They were outstanding in the field, the way they bowled, the catches they took. They were dynamic themselves. But one thing about champions is when the going gets tough, they find a way. And that's all you can say here about Pakai Care. They did it yesterday against Costa del Sol when they defended 89, and they're going to do it again here against Sporting Alfas. Hennessy gets this one away. This will get to the boundary. 4 runs. Hennessy gets his first boundary. Gentle applause from the home supporters. Disappointment for them as well. But you got to give credit where credit due. Nobody can take that away from Pakai Care. Their bowling has been top draw. They've been absolutely sensational. When they've had to perform, when their backs have been up against the wall, they've found a way. Last ball then, off the final. Hennessy hits it well. Babar will make the stop. Hennessy declines the run. And that will be it. It will be victory in the final for Pakai Care. Applause from the supporters around the ground. Commiserations to the home side, Sporting Alfas. They gave it their everything. Their own performances in the field were outstanding. It's fair to say in the field they were probably, in terms of the catching, the best team by far. But when it comes to the bowling department, Pakai Care have been absolutely magnificent. And I think, for me, in this match, it changed when the discussion came about who would bowl that 5th over. Rabbani had the ball, and then somebody, whether it was Babar, whether it was Ishan, who was around at the time, or Mohammed Atif, decided that Sikandar Ali, who's not been 100% of course during this weekend. Remember, Sikandar Ali was in hospital last night. He went straight to the hospital after the match. He was on a drip. He wasn't well, but he was advised not to play. He wanted to play. He even played the earlier match, which, of course, Sporting Alfas did win the dress rehearsals to the final. He bowled that 5th over, took 2 wickets, and only gave 2 runs away. Straight after that, Rabbani then bowled, only gave 2 runs away, and that's when Pakai Care won this match and won the final. So congratulations to the Catalonian Giants. Pakai Care, the champions of Catalonia, they have done it again. They are the Spanish national champions. And of course, commiserations to Sporting Alfas. And that's one thing about these two teams. I said it at the beginning of the day, and I stick to what I say. They're so close to each other in terms of talent and performances that if they played each other 10 times, it would be 5 and 5. They played each other twice today, and it's 1 apiece. Unfortunately, Sporting Alfas winning the wrong one, and Pakai Care winning the one that matters. Congratulations to Pakai Care. And a lot of people in the chat congratulating Pakai Care. Quality when it needed to be. Just a reminder, there will be a presentation ceremony, and that will be coming up shortly. And do stick around if you can for that. But if you can't, thank you very much for your company. It's been an absolute pleasure having you join in and listening in from around the world, wherever you've been tuning in from. Thank you very much for your company. Thank you very much for your support. And it's been great to be back here at Sporting Alfas, commentating to you on the Spanish national finals. But if you can stick around, please do so, because the trophy presentation ceremony will be coming up shortly. Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in, and catch up with you at the trophy presentation ceremony.
Lance Blanco Bar, ¿no?
Sporting Alfas, close, close.
Probando 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Ahí está el hombre, ¿le preguntamos de una vez lo del micrófono o no? Pero para la transmisión en directo sería chévere que escuchara claro lo que están diciendo. ¿Tú qué dices, Almudena? ¿Le digo o no? Vale, muy bien. No. No.
Yeah. I can do it. Hello everybody. Get your attention please. If you'd like to be involved in the ceremony, please come forward. We will be streaming. We will be streaming this live. So it'll be going live in about probably a couple of minutes time. So it'd be nice to have you all involved. I'll probably start off by saying a welcome to everyone and welcome to the presentation ceremony for the Spanish national finals. At that point you can all make some noise, but it's all about making some noise, having some fun and appreciating what really has been a fantastic weekend of cricket. So this is all about you, it's your show, so do enjoy it, but do bear with us as well. We've obviously got a few thank yous to do as well. So if you'd like to get involved, please come forward, and once the production give us a nod, I'll start talking, and if we can have your attention as well. Okay, thank you very much everybody.
Y pone que solo entra por el canal 1. Bueno, por el canal 2.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the trophy presentation ceremony for the Spanish National Finals. What a wonderful weekend of cricket it's been. And it's like the cricketing gods have been shining down on Sporting Alfas and the Costa Blanca as we've had some wonderful weather. Before we move on to doing some of the presentations for these wonderful trophies and medals, I want to say a few words. And I want to start off with something which is a little bit different, because one thing that this weekend has done is produced a lot of support from around the globe. I think you all know, thanks to Cricket España, and our production partners, that the whole weekend and all the cricket has been covered and live streamed on YouTube. And we've had a lot of viewers and viewers that are tuning in now for the presentation as well, that have been following. And also here at Sporting Alfas is one of few grounds that I know of where after the cricket and during the cricket, a lot of the spectators can get involved, which is magnificent. So the first thing I want to do, and I know that all the players and I think all the people behind me will want to do this as well, is say a big thank you to everybody that's been watching, to all the supporters. Give them a round of applause. Now, of course, this couldn't happen if it wasn't for a lot of work that is being done behind the scenes. So the first thing I want to do is say a big thank you to Cricket España. I know that some of those key people are here standing behind me. John Howden, to Kevin as well, to Juan and Jaime's around somewhere, Corey as well. Let's hear it for Cricket España for putting on a marvellous weekend for this finals weekend. Well done, guys. Well done. Moving on, of course, we've talked a bit about Cricket España and where we are. Let's talk about where we are at Alfas TB. And it's great that we've got someone like Martin Mertens, who's the Councillor of the Foreign Communities here, and also Lolly Albero, welcome, who is the Councillor for Human and European Fund Resources. The whole setup here, Alfas TB, is absolutely fantastic in this area of Albania. This ground is magnificent. I've been coming here for so many years. I've had some happy memories, some sad memories, but the good thing about playing here is no matter what happens on the field of play, you always leave happy. Why? Well, I've touched on it a little bit already, because you go over there where Kate and Dida have been working so hard, you socialise with everybody. You socialise with everybody, and whether you win or whether you lose, you go away happy. So, of course, all together now, let's hear it for Sporting Alfas, this magnificent ground and a really good bunch of people here. Thank you very much, Sporting Alfas. There's one thing that I get asked a lot when I do travel around, and one of those questions is, what is it about the game that I feel has changed so much and that I miss? And if I'm totally honest, the first thing that I always say is, cricket to me wasn't just about playing the game. I loved playing the game. But cricket for me was about family. The people that I played for, the team that I played for, was a family. And it wasn't just on the field of play. The biggest part of the game for me was afterwards. As I said already, win or lose, you get together in a clubhouse, you talk and mingle with the opposition, you ridicule the umpires about the LB. They didn't give, and they caught behind. They did give, and whatever. But you have a really good time. And that's something that's missing from the game for me. But here in Sporting Alfas, you have it. And that is why it's always such a wonderful place to come back to. So once again, very big thank you to Sporting Alfas. Of course, talking about Sporting Alfas, have to say a big thank you to the Town Council here of Alfas TB for hosting the finals, and also looking after all the teams that have been involved as well and have made it really a fantastic venue. And I want to now move on to some of the awards. The first awards that we're going to do is for a group of men, and without which we couldn't do what we do. We couldn't have cricket if we didn't have these guys around. On this occasion, it's guys, but of course women as well. And I'm talking, of course, about the match officials, not just the umpires, but also the scorers. And I know that I'd like to invite a very good friend of mine, somebody I've known for a very long time, Ron Graham, who was the first Cricket Espana official for the ICC to come forward to give the awards for the umpires, who I think have been absolutely outstanding. And the men in black, as I often call them, and in no particular order, to Stuart, Naveed, Ijaz, and John. Ron, please come forward and present the medals to the umpires. Let's hear it for your match officials. Come forward, gentlemen. Your umpires. As I said, I've known Ron for a very long time, and there's one thing that Ron used to say to me when I was umpiring, and that was, if the players don't talk about you after the event, you've done your job, and nobody's been talking about the umpires because they've done their job. So once again, well done to the umpires and the match officials. Thank you, Ron. Okay, we're going to move now on to our first player award, and this one is going to be presented by Corey, the Spanish team national coach. Corey, nice to have you here, and thank you for the 1 minute 38 seconds you did on commentary. Great to have Corey here, of course. Know Corey very well, and I think it's great to see Corey here. I think all of you will agree, very important that Corey's here, looking at some of the players that we know, and some new players who are on. There have been some very good new players as well. We'll talk about some of those a little bit later. Corey's here to give the award for the player of the final. Now, there were some very good performances in the final. Once again, it was a low-scoring one, and that's one thing that we've seen throughout this national finals weekend, is that haven't been big scores. That means that bowlers have bowled particularly well. And some, just to mention, in that final alone, what about young Fraser? Where is he? Where's the young man? 3 for 10. Fantastic from you. You don't get the award, but I want to shake your hand anyway. Come in here. Very well, very well bowled. And also want to give a shout out to Sekindo, who bowled. I think it could have been that match-changing over where he took 2 wickets and only conceded 2 runs and took that great catch as well. But somebody else who performed extremely well, and it's not the first time that this man has done it. Every time the chips are down, he finds a way. And it's going to be the player of the match, the player of the final, with that superb bowling performance. Just 9 runs conceded, held his nerve in that 9th over, the all-important one, Mohamed Atif. Well bowled indeed, well bowled. Well, how about this? Hey, come on. Well, that just about sums up I think that just about sums up what cricket in Spain is all about, and how well in such a sporting way this finals has been played. Mohamed Atif, well done. You're a true gentleman. Well done. We move swiftly on from the player of the final to the player of the tournament, to your MVP. And it's John Howden, the CEO, who's going to come forward and present this one. Now, John doesn't get it, though he did perform very well. Once again, some very good performances all the way through. And one thing we learn about cricket is, I think when you look on paper, especially when you look at the 2 teams in the final, it was so close. It could have gone either way, and it was going to be individual performances that could make the difference when it came to the final. And we saw that from matches that we saw yesterday. We saw that from the first match that you two, Alfas and Pakakir, played in the morning. It could have gone either way. And sometimes players have to go out of the way and come out of their comfort zone to perform well. And I think you'll all agree that the man that this award goes to did just that. He wasn't well, and I'm told that yesterday after the cricket was played, he was actually in hospital. He was on a drip. And when it came to playing today, even though probably advised not to, he said, I'm playing. And boy, did he play well. took excellent catch, scored very valuable runs in that final, without which Pakakea would not be defending a lot of runs, and bowled brilliantly in the final as well. I've already mentioned about that one over, just 2 runs and 2 wickets taken. So your MVP for all-round performances, Sakinder Ali, well done. Well done, Sakinder, well done. We move swiftly on now before we get to the nitty-gritty and start to do the presentations. I want to first talk a little bit about the 2 teams that didn't play in the final. I think it's right that we mention them first. One I want to talk about is Mallorca. Now, it's first time, I believe, that Mallorca have taken part in the national finals. First time that they've played here. And one thing I'll say, I think from being here and taking part in the finals, you've learnt an awful lot. I think you know that. I love the way, the passion and the desire that you showed in that last match, for example, against Costa del Sol. I think you were going to get your first win. You were there, you had it in the bag, and then unfortunately it just slipped away from you. But I love the way that you play. I love your passion towards the game. And now you've got this in your system, you've got this in your blood. I'm pretty sure that we will see you again. So let's hear it for Mallorca. Well done. Congratulations, well played. And for the boys of Costa del Sol, I think they will feel that they kind of underperformed here during this weekend. I know that they did, and I know they wouldn't want me to highlight on the fact they don't want any excuses, but they did have some issues late on with some players not available at the last moments. They had to rejig their side. But again, they showed what they are capable of if they're at their best. They gave Pakakea, they gave you a very good match yesterday when they restricted you to 89. And they only went down because they made you come out and play at your best to defend that 89. So they played a lot of good cricket and they did get that win towards the end. So let's hear it for Costa del Sol. So I'm going to move on, of course, now to the final and, of course, talk a little bit about our runners-up. And this is where I'd like Martin Mertens and also Lolly Albero to be ready to present the medals for the runners-up. And that's Sporting Alfas. But before I ask you to come forward, once again, I think you played some outstanding cricket. You really did. And I know it's never easy talking to a team that's come second best in the final. But in a way, you sort of had 2 finals today. The one match that you had in the morning that you won, and then, unfortunately, the final itself that you went down to. If somebody said to me before the start of today that Pakakea and Sporting Alfas were going to play 10 matches, I would be the first to say it's going to be a tie 5-5, because I think that's how close you are. And on finals day, that's exactly what happened. You played twice. You won the first. Great knock there from Paul Hennessy. Played really well. Scored those 44 runs. Helped you to get to score that you then managed to defend. But unfortunately, though you won that one, it wasn't the final that you would go on to win. But some solid performances from you. I think you, first of all, want to say a big shout out to the captain, Jack. I think you really managed the team really well, Jake Sunderland. You learnt early on for me that the slow bowlers were going to be your key against certain teams and certain players. I love the way that you used the slower bowlers. I think Waka, where is Waka? Waka bowled very well. Where's Shaquille? Where's the hat-trick hero? He's gone. Oh, shame. We had a special award for him, telling him. But Shaquille bowled very well. Damien, sensational. I think Damien finished top bowler in terms of the number of wickets. Really well bowled. It was a really good effort. But in the end, when it came to the crunch, though, again, you had it in the bag, I thought for one point, it just drifted away from you. But what you have to remember, and I know that won't probably make you feel any better, but you made that lot over there play out of their skins to win that final. I mean, you restricted them to a score of 100, and Pakakea, credit to them, you know, they're a championship side. They came and played out of their skin to win that, and you took them all the way. So well done, be proud, well played. I'm sure that your time will come again, but please come forward and pick up your runners-up medals. Sporting Alfas. Once again, well played to Sporting Alfas. Went unbeaten in the first 3 matches, but only went down there in the final. Well, there's Fraser. Well, Fraser's got a smile on his face, got a lovely trophy to take home with him. But well bowled 5 wickets here on finals day. Of course, great to have Martine Martins, the Councillor of Foreign Communities, and Lolly Abero, Councillor of Human and European Fund Resources, here doing the presentations. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for our runners-up, Sporting Alfas. Congratulations to Sporting Alfas. And now I'd like to ask Virginia Mills, the President of Sporting Alfas, and the Vice President, Kevin London, to come forward to get ready to present the winners' medals to Pakai Care. What can we say about our winners, Pakai Care? They always seem to find a way. And one thing that we always talk about when it comes to sport is when the chips are down, and when teams are up against it, that's when champions show their true form. That is what champions are all about. It's not always about winning. It's about learning and reacting to when you don't win. It's about fighting and find a way to win a game when you're under pressure. You showed that yesterday against Costa del Sol when you defended that 89. If that match went a different way, who knows if you would have made it into the final. Costa del Sol, especially after you went down this morning to Alfas, could have been in that final. But you showed a way to come back and to win that by bowling sensationally well. And then after losing this morning to Sporting Alfas, you again had to find a way, and you again had to come back. I don't think you'll begrudge me for saying that I don't feel that you played your best cricket. I think with the bat, you know that you didn't perform. You kind of underperformed. But with the ball, you were absolutely magnificent, and you did what champions do. You found a way to win at the right time. So well done to your champions. Pakai Care, please come forward and collect your medals. Pakai Care, everybody, your champions. Sekender Ali, the MVP for his brilliant performances, and performed well in that final, as did Rabani. Those 2 overs, only game for about 5 runs, which made a difference. And, of course, Mohamed Cameron and Mohamed Atif, a player of the final for superb bowling performances as well. And as the last of the medals are handed out, we get ready now for Pakai Care to be presented with their trophy. And I'd like to ask Juan Carlos, the President of Cricket España, to come forward to get ready to present this magnificent trophy to the winners. So once again, I'd like to ask Pakai Care to come forward, led by their captain, to get ready to receive the trophy. Come on forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Pakai Care, the champions of the Spanish national finals. Well done, boys. Well done, well played. Well done, well done, well done. Well done. So one more time, your champions, El Campeones, Pakai Care.
Thanks, buddy.